So let's have it. Evan.
How's it going,
How you
Dallas?
doing, dude? Map 2. And they were talking about Renegades need to put up some serious numbers. However, eUnited said in their interviews that, well, they are good on just about every map.
Yeah, they were definitely, Cooper definitely mentioned the fact that they were going to play every map. They wanted to play every map, but moving into this pistol round, Renegade's choice was Mirage here, so I'm expecting them to come out with a bang. Let's see how this setup's going to work. I love this out of Moose and Food right now. The spot goes down. Food's already up there.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
Food's got the first.
two.
1.5, it looked like. The bomb's down. JKS on site for 3. He defends 180 degrees, and the next one as well. JKS 4K looking for the ace on pistol. No stopping him yet. Just Marky, and he is in front of JKS, about to get broadsided. Give him the ace on the pistol round. Just straight through him.
Great round out of JKS there. I mean, for the ace itself, we didn't really, it wasn't too quickly put together. He had to earn all those kills.
Yeah.
We actually saw kills going eUnited's way on the process of it. But in the end, he ends up being the one to trade out all those frags. He gets a very nice kill on the Market player, and then ends it up with a nice shot at the end there onto the side of Marky's head.
Nice.
But 1-0 is what Renegades is going to be up. Vanity with a flashbang. It's going to be interesting to see what he does for his squad here.
That is a step back for sure for eUnited. It looked like they were good on the defense. Now they go for a pop flash into mid. Donk. Oh, getting some kills out here. Only Vanity left standing, and he's going to have to recollect himself, and soon to be through jungle and top connector. Does his timing favor him or not? He has yet to peak this, so it looks like Renegades will be able to take a breather, reset themselves into this B site, while Vanity is going to collect some weapons out here. Wisely so. Just let Renegades evacuate the area, pick up a gun.
He's able to get a MAC-10 as well as a smoke, so I can even imagine Vanity looking for a couple exits here, getting into a great spot somewhere behind the T's, and he's deciding whether he wants an ump or a MAC-10. He's going to decide the MAC-10 is what he wants.
Really? I figure I'd want that ump all day.
It does look like Vanity's going to opt to go towards this upper B area, look for the exits on this part of the map. I really do hope he ends up getting some. It'll be a nice little cash to go into his pocket here. It actually hurts the Renegades economy, who have already lost 2 members, so losing any more is not what they want.
Right at him. They are, however, all healthy. He needs the double headshot. Liaz
that was great from Liaz.
Yeah, he jumps over the railing, strafing and becoming a very, very difficult target. So Renegades are able to avert disaster and only lose 2 players on that anti-eco.
2 rounds in, JKS is 8-0. You love to see it.
Yeah, he's fallen, though, from that 500 ADR. Really crashing down at 314.
All right. Into the first gun round we go here. eUnited, they got a couple AUGs, 3 in fact. Some M4s, no AWP on the field. Let's see how they're going to play this first gun round of their CT side.
It's like a lot of mid presence. I like that little intro video that we did. Talked about how important mid was on this map.
Yep.
It's difficult if you can do it, but if you can manage it, it makes that B site oh so easy to get into if you can manage catwalk. But it takes a lot of utility to secure mid with enough confidence that you can come across catwalk. You are exposed, and it is a dangerous predicament. Liaz, again, just air strafing out of the window. He eventually gets it done. That's okay, considering it was just a MAC-10 traded. And Moose is down and out. It's a 3v3 right now, and eUnited are in a position to work a retake. It's all going to be coming from the market, however, and there's a little bit of an extra piece here with AZR being in catwalk, watching this mid side. So eUnited have all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, great smoke towards the market entrance, too. Now Aza coming around. Marky able to take down the flank. Great awareness out of him. That's going to allow the retake to take place here. JK is able to pick up 2-3 on the round for JKS, and that's another 4K out of him. Yeah. Tremendous effort starting off this game.
That's what Jason talked about. I mean, they need some of the long-standing players to stand up, and be a factor in these games. You can't just go sleeping and hoping that the stand-ins can make an effort out of it.
Well, I mean, to put it in perspective, we're 3 rounds in, and the only Liaz, Cutler, and Smuya have a kill on the board for Renegade.
A kill.
A kill, exactly. JKS putting this entire start of this T side under his wing, making it happen.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's absolutely absurd. So Renegades park and set up camp. Nice little campfire up top in mid. and not moving quite yet. They recognize that their opponents are going to be into an eco situation, so there's no sense in running headlong at one of these sites and getting messy and sloppy and dropping a rifle or two. Now they push up into connector, and like I talked about, it's difficult to do, but if you can manage it, especially when your opponents don't have the rifles to defend it, use that catwalk.
Okay.
Gets one, two, look for a third as well. Excellent trigger discipline, just doing 2-round bursts out of that, because that magazine is so shallow. 3v3 right now, 3 deagles in play.
Vanity's already made his way into the market area. Marky's cut off, and that's going to allow Azur now to actually get this flank going here, picking up 2 kills very easily. Great lineup for him. And it's all on Cooper with that deagle. What can he get going?
Well, that was kind of a repeat of what the Renegades tried to do in the previous round, but eUnited caught wind of it. This time, though, they don't suspect it, and that is what happened. So I'm glad we got to see in the 2 rounds, we get to see what that flank can do when it comes in late around the CTs, re-aggressing into market.
Some great jiggling there. Cooper able to take down JKS in the end. Maybe recovering this AK, but I don't actually see him getting out of here. And there it is. Liaz taking him down to put Renegades onto their 4th.
Quick 4, too. Rapid 4. Now the guns are coming back for eUnited, though. I assume AUGs and AWP, though Food is going to be with the M4. Classically so. He's got a lot of the utility. He's actually the only player that has a full set of nades. So that could be a problem. eUnited don't have the long legs to be able to withstand an extended siege on one of these sites. It might be a situation where they might end up thinking about a save if they don't have the numbers to be able to safely do this. And it's already shaping up to be that. They lose Cooper right out of the gate. Excellent trade there for Smooya as well.
Cutler just being that body shield, essentially jumping out, taking Vanity's bullets. Smooya peeks off of that, picks up an easy kill. Azur getting boosted in window once again, but this time being punished as Moose takes him down. We are into a 3-on-3 right now with an aggressive player towards A ramp, as Marky is taking some great control, getting some great info here.
You know what's interesting? We haven't really seen A executes right now. You know, typically when it comes to Mirage, it's just A, over and over and over again. This might be the first time we actually see the A site get encroached. Marky is going to be your site defender here, and right now he's just floating back towards the ticket booth. So rotations are on the way. Moose is just now coming in through the hole, and he'll see that the window has been plugged up with a smoke. It's actually going to force him closer to the A site and possibly give even better support to Marky.
Yeah, Moose now positioned in that window. He makes a little bit of contact with Smooya. Some good damage exchanged. The bomb has flooded out into that A bomb site right now. Marky missing his first couple bullets here. Actually getting spammed for just a little bit.
I mean, they're staying alive, and this is allowing the rotation of Food off of the site. You're going to end up with this 3v3. JKS very nervous about planting this bomb. He's at 30 HP, and there's Food on the flank. 2 for him. Looking at Smooya now, 1v3 with an AWP. He goes aggressive and ends up exposing himself to a multitude of angles. eUnited are going to end up with their first round, and they've got the choice to pick up ops up there as well, something I don't think they could afford.
Double ops, actually.
Yeah, double op, excellently.
Yep, so they're going to go ahead and recover Cooper's. They're going to pick up Smooya's as well. Smooya was really hard-pressed to even close out that 1v3. He was stuck in the apartments there. The smoke goes onto bomb. They know exactly where he is. He forces his way out, runs into 3 CTs.
He played it right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to win that round sitting passive up in Palace.
Exactly. You got to make something happen. You got to go and, you know, throw the CTs off of their game plan. Unfortunately, he was not able to do that. But the money on the eUnited side, not looking too pretty either. Yeah, sure, they've got some money loss bonus in their favor, but really they got to start stringing some rounds together. Renegades off to a great start.
Hyper-aggressive mid for Marky. We saw him do this just last map, but he was responsible for the B site, so we would see him pushing out through Monster, things like that. Vanity gets a kill. That was A main side of things. Renegades aren't hesitating at all. This almost was able to capture the A site before eUnited were able to rebound off of mid, but now they're in a position to be able to fight this one directly. Smoke's up. Smoke actually bounces off the kneecaps of JKS. The spamming through. Actually, Moose and JKS trade positions, but Cooper saves the life. Where did Cooper even come from on that shot? It's all up to AZR. Bomb is in no man's land.
Unfortunately for AZR right now, hard-pressed to do much right now. The bomb in no man's land. He's able to take down Vanity. A little bit of silver lining on the round, taking some weapons out. But now, all the CTs know where he is. And there it is, Cooper. You were mentioning the fact that Cooper got that big kill on the player jumping over the stairs area. He actually came jungle, but the timing was so good, Dallas, that the flash that Renegades threw to make the play, Cooper just came out after it popped. And so he wasn't blind. He saw T standing right there. He's like, hey, what's this guy doing?
Yeah, right.
Picks up a very easy kill.
From my perspective, it just looked like JKS was just traded positions and ended up behind the CT lines and was about to make a massive play.
Yeah.
It could have been huge.
Well, if Cooper got caught by that flash, he very well would have. He would have picked up the player on stairs, probably turned, picked up one of the other players on jungle, leaving only Cooper. But look at these nades coming out.
Yeah. That's going to hurt. They're getting cleaned up by the AWP and the AUGs. Bombs down, and the anti-eco frags are swift. 3 rounds in a row for eUnited, and what looked to be like perfection from Renegades, especially led by JKS, has suddenly ended up in a dry spell. JKS still has an astounding stat. He's 13 and 4, but still, I mean, if he's not fragging, Renegades aren't playing.
Yeah, and here's that spray down from Moose. Great spray down. Marky picking up the final kill of the round as well. So 4-3 is our scoreline here, Dallas, in favor of Renegades. They're onto a little bit of a Deagle armor buy, favoring that B bomb site as we're seeing, you know, a couple members head over towards that area of the map. They actually left the bomb towards T spawn as Food is going to take down Cutler to begin this round.
Got the deco going on. Everybody investing $700, and so far haven't had an honest look at any CTs. No damage has been dealt except right there. Smooya just kept. Oh my goodness, that was a parting gift. I don't think he actually honestly thought he was going to get that kill.
He was just ripping them off.
Right. All right, you got something going on. Smooya and AZR left standing. Bomb's on the way to being recovered by Smooya, but all the while, AZR has lost his life. You need 1 kill here, I think, to even just think about breaking even with your investment. But the rifles were coming around anyways for Renegades in the next, so this round ends up being a wash in my eyes. It's just how much damage can you do to eUnited to force them to rebuy and at least keep them. They're not in arm's reach right now, but maybe a 40-foot pole.
Smooya making his way into the site. Is anybody watching the backside of it? Yeah, it's going to be Moose here. Smooya's made his way into jungle as well, but you know what? Food's watching that. Easy kill for him.
Overkill by 1.5 miles, 400+ damage off to the face.
Yep.
4 all. Both teams just responding to that. I mean, we had 1 bomb plant from the Renegades in that 5th round that they earned extra cash on, but since then it has been the eUnited show. And if we think about it, the Renegades won the pistol round in the first half of Overpass, and they started off with those first 2 rounds. It's like, okay, Renegades are off to a good start. Here they go. And then all of a sudden, things fell apart at the seams. So hopefully it's not the same story that eUnited is able to solve that puzzle so quickly.
Well, it looks like eUnited's definitely coming alive now, Dallas, and it's going to be interesting to see how Renegades can actually adapt to that.
So in the A main side of things, Marky and Cooper are actually working shoulder to shoulder, pretty much point-blank range on the stairs. Moose holding down mid, successfully getting that kill up there as well, though AZR has snuck his way up into connector. There's a smoke up here, and when it fades, that's going to put some threat onto the A side, especially with those advanced positions I talked about between Cooper and Marky. Cooper actually falls back to the top of the stairs, peels off a shot, and continues to be elusive. It's an A hit. An atypical one. There's not really any utility coming in. In fact, I don't know if the Renegades have actually thrown any utility into this site. AZR is actually saving grace to this round. 1v3 now from a 1v4. He's got time to play with, but he's going to have to recover this bomb. It is, again, out in no man's land. A difficult spot to get it. It is covered by a smoke, but that will fade. Man, AZR is making an effort.
Just got to pick up these last 2, clutch it out, get the ace as well. He is spotted, takes a little bit of damage here.
He's actually got a shot at this one. Quite a good shot, too. His movement is very fast and crisp. He's got the confidence to be able to try and pull this one off. Vanity and Food going to work together. I just need to mentally reset.
Whoa!
Vanity doesn't even wait for Food. Just goes to the top of the stairs. That was almost too risky.
Yeah, if Vanity gets taken down there, he puts Food into the 1v1 scenario. Azur's got the op. Man, that was a bold decision for Vanity to take it alone, but at the same time, you love to see that confidence.
Yes,
right?
I mean,
in his head, he looked at the situation. He's like, I can do this.
Well, he did just plant the bomb, and it's obvious that it's going to be planted as default. So he locked him up. So, of course, in his mind, he probably has more confidence than I would ever have coming into that position. I'd be horrified being in a 4v1, suddenly it's a 2v1, and he's planted the bomb. I'd feel like it's slipping away.
I'll remember not to put you on the eUnited shortlist.
That's right. Yeah, it would have been close. I was.
Yeah, you were just on the outskirts.
I was about 10,000th on as the ringer. But yeah.
Don't worry, I was 10,001.
Food opens up on that first one. Smooya is going to be benched for the remainder of this round, watching from the sidelines. And another tough spot for the Renegades. They hadn't been hitting the B site a lot early on, and maybe they're going to go try that again. If they can get that medicine to repeat and get that early success.
Well, they have the lurk in towards middle. It does look like they are favoring that B bomb site. Moose actually moving off of the B area, favoring the catwalk, is going to give Renegades the opportunity to move into the site very, very easily here.
Wide open. AZR gets that kill. Moose sprinting towards AZR, takes the high road, and wins that fight. Moose comes back. He actually just pre-fired the angle, hoping that the T's were there. Now they are, and he spams. They just need to take their time. This is going to end up being a retake. There's no sense in peeking this right now. The only problem is, however, that there's a bonus player for the Renegades that's up in the apartments. Flank coming around, that's Marky. Actually, the T's have fallen out of that position. 2v2.
This is going to be a great Molotov from Marky here down towards the bench area. Cutler being the man to really make that contact. And it's going to be Liaz who drops Cooper here, leaving Marky in a 1v2. His whereabouts are known. What can he make happen here?
He is twitchy. Coming around this corner. There's the first. Broadsided. Excellent play right there from the Renegades to just make sure that they can get a quick trade on that. They had a player that was behind the pillar, and they had one that was in the backside of the arches. So you have a 90-degree flank in there. No matter who he looks at, you'll be able to catch him on the side. It's 5-all. If we see another streak of rounds coming in, both of these teams are just playing and riding that wave of money. And that's the way I'm going to deem it. But still JKS on a dry spell. I mean, he came out screaming and then just was dead silent through his voice.
It's been a while since we've seen JKS back on the board here. Like you just mentioned, very early on in this first half, he was dominant. He was dominant, but really falling off now as Food takes down Liaz towards the B tunnels. A little bit of aggression from him. And we are going to see Renegades now slowing it down very quickly here. Ooh, nice pop flash towards middle. Vandy finding one is traded out by Cutler as Food gets another player aggressing in those B tunnels. JKS does fall, and we're in a 4v2 duel.
Yeah, Food just seems consistent. Just one round after another, you see his name pop up with this double op setup that's coming in. He ends up just being that extra push that eUnited's getting on these rounds. Interestingly, AZR is pushing top connector, and if he can manage to pry open these sites, it'd be great. But there's eyes everywhere.
I mean, Cooper's opping in Palace right now and picks up that kill on a player coming up connector.
CT's on the opposite side of the map.
Exactly. You're not expecting that at all if you're in that position. Cutler has made his way in towards B, but there's Food's third of the round. And Renegades, well, they're going to find themselves down one as eUnited move on to their sixth.
This is going to be trouble for the Renegades. I mean, only a short respite of one round, and then it's quickly back into the dumpsters of pistols. They've masked some CZs, and they will try again. CZs and a Deagle, the flying B strategy. And it might be a B rush. See what eUnited do. They might sense that it could be a rush. They should know that their opponents are on eco. I want to see some mollies fly up. Look, yeah, they're burning alive. Quite a good bit of damage. About 70's worth. And here comes the rifles, pointing all in the right direction. Cooper with two quick ones, looking for a couple more. Though bomb is planted. Renegades, mission accomplished. They'll have rifles in the next round. However, they're not going to be able to pick up any bonus frags on that.
Oh, I'd like to commend eUnited, though, for staying alive through that whole thing.
Yeah, it was almost an abandonment of the B site. Just back off. Yeah. Just back up 10 yards and wait for everybody, because it gets confusing when there's T's just bouncing out of the apartments.
Well, on top of that, I mean, they're not really in an economical position to say, okay, yeah, do what you want, get the frags you want, we'll win this half, you know, we have buy rounds. They have maybe one or two more buy rounds, and this is something you like to say, expensive tastes have expensive costs.
That's right.
And the double op setup is something that's going to keep burning their money if they keep losing these weapons. So there's a wise choice for Food to go into B, throw the Molotov into B, just stop that initial rush, move out of the site.
Right.
Yeah, he does a little bit of damage. Cooper rotates in towards Market with the op and actually gets 2 very nice kills in that Market area. And the retake just kind of develops on its own after that.
Yeah, it develops on its own. It's exactly that. eUnited probably don't even need to necessarily communicate on there. They make the quick calls that, okay, they're still on site. They planted that bomb in one big huddle, essentially, and then everybody's just holding an angle, and it's a massive crossfire setup from Catwalk and Market into the site. So eUnited now winning, what, 7 of the past 8 rounds that have been played out.
Yep.
In a hell of a streak, and now they're actually taking the initiative, putting Marky right up top. Smoke's up here as well. He is blinded. That was an excellent flashbang because that could have been a lot worse for the Renegades.
Yeah, that choice to throw an extra flashbang just before they force the smoke actually pays off for them. But Cooper now able to take down Azure. Cutler trades it out, and that's exactly what they need as JKS takes down Vanity towards that jungle area now. But we are going to see the rotations come in from the eUnited side. Actually, Food deciding that he wants to go to window and meet up with his teammate here. Actually moving back towards Market.
Yeah.
Will it be the right decision, though?
If they're playing split like this, it is 2v2. The clock is definitely to the favor of the Renegades right
aggressive?
now.
Oh my goodness. Great choice out of Food.
Oh, he spots a shoulder. That's going to pull the
There you
rotation
go.
more likely than not. But Moose holds fast. And Food gets that kill, and all of a sudden, he's able to fall off that position, and it's going to be up to JKS to 1v2 clutch this. He will use most of this clock just to play with the minds of Food and Moose.
Well, on top of that, he can't really aggress towards B right now, just off the sheer fact that he's got no real utility to smoke anything off, so he's going to choose instead to kind of divide and conquer. By going towards middle here, Dallas, he's able to just kind of check out both sides of the map. If he's able to take down Moose, he knows how much area he has until Food gets there, and vice versa.
So JKS chooses to turn left into Connector. Coming up to the top of this one, catches him on the side.
I think he looked at the body that was directly to his right,
and
then was like, "Oh, this is no,
there is still
there
that
is
one
actually,
has a heartbeat."
Exactly, exactly.
8-5. What a turnaround too. I mean, it was 4 rounds in a row from the Renegades, and it was just the JKS show. I mean, it didn't look like anybody was going to be able to stop him.
Yeah.
But suddenly, eUnited killed JKS, and the round is won. It's as simple as that. And at this point, we were talking about the expensive tastes and everything, but eUnited have enough bank saved up that they shouldn't be challenged
they can
economically
roll through the rest of the half.
for the remainder of the half. And it's not the same story for the Renegades. They're bankrupt right now. They have everything into this round.
Marky in a great position by the sandwich here. If JKS starts peering out, Marky should have the advantage. Renegades has made their way under window as well here, Dallas, so they'll be looking for the boost. It's going to be interesting to see Cooper. Is he going to frag it?
AZR parks it. Now they take the fight. Moose, he's just been on Catwalk, and he's been a nuisance for the Renegades.
Yep.
They can't hold mid confidently without
Nice shot from Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper just backs himself up into that and then turns. He almost like peeked it looking the wrong direction. 2v4 right now, jumping up and right into Cooper's scope. With him being zoomed in, Smuyo filled the entirety of it. It is just Cutler, and Marky will end him on top of Tetris. Another healthy round for eUnited.
Yeah, can't complain. Cooper with some great opping there, catching off, well, essentially the player lurking out the halls, but really Moose picking up that window boost, kind of protects his teammate Cooper, who had to worry about 2 different spots. And then on top of that, Vanity picking up kills towards Connector. eUnited having a great CT side right now, and they're poised to finish up with 10 here, especially considering Renegades is coming into this round with 3 Galils, a CZ, and an AK.
Renegades just go for an execute to A, it looks like. Just vanilla. Something that we talked about. This is usually what most everybody's executes are, is just A. Classic smokes coming down. Good molly from Cooper, but it's going to be a day late and $1 short. They scream onto that site. No stopping them right now. They'll hop in. They'll be able to recover the op for AZR as well. But already at point-blank range, Vanity is spamming through this smoke right now. Slight gap, but that smoke's going to fade anyway, and it's going to open wide.
No utility left on any of the Renegades players here. Plenty on the eUnited side as they're starting to begin this retake here. Great nade onto Azure. Moose is going to take him down after that, and here we go. Can eUnited get this site back?
Got a lot of players that are bunching up over by the stairs right now. Marky spamming through, looking for some. JKS has been spotted up in the apartments or in the palace right now, and they clean him up rapidly. JKS doing as best as he can on a 1v3 now. 2 gets the spam, but Moose on the bomb. There's the spam, and JKS does again, just ends that half. He started off so hot, and then he ends that round in a desperate round. A 10-5 is a big different story than a 9-6.
He finished 17 and 11, and 13 of his kills came within the first 4 rounds.
That's wild. And yeah.
So, like you were saying, he went quiet for such an extended period of that first half, and then comes back right at the end to close it out. Renegades get their 6th on the board. eUnited now moving on to their T side. How are they going to pull this one off?
Well, they showed that they had strength in the first map anyway. So, I mean, we'll talk to that shortly, but let's cut it to a quick break while we go into this halftime. We'll resume things between eUnited and Renegades. eUnited having a 9-6 lead right now. You're watching the ESL Pro League Season 9.
Walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk on, baby.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. There's JKS, probably the best storyline that we have going on in this map of Mirage. Every round that the Renegades have directly attributed to JKS.
I can agree with that. I mean, we were talking about it just before we cut to break there, Dallas, but JKS, with that heavy Renegade start that they had, he ended up with 12, 13 frags within the first 4 rounds of the game. Goes quiet for a long time. Renegade's only able to get 1 more round while he's quiet. And then the 6th round they get on the board is his 1v3 clutch. So everything essentially coming through JKS as this piss around is underway.
Underway to the B site. Liaz at jail goes down swinging. 2 for 2 trade. AZR still staying alive over there. next to the pillar was really the deal solidifier.
It actually wasn't a 2-for-2 trade. It was actually a TK that went down in the middle of that. Yeah, it was a TK that went down in the middle of all that. And that kind of gave a little bit of a boost there to the Renegades' defense. But overall, a pretty standard B hit from eUnited. Nothing special really going on there. Just trying to flood the site, trying to get it done.
eUnited's a loud team, but I just heard a Banshee scream after that pistol round. I'm not sure who it was, but that was fantastic. Renegades, like I said, there's a big difference between a 10-5 half and a 9-6 half. It really alleviates a lot of pressure on that pistol round. You don't have to necessarily win it, even though now Renegades do win it. It's compounding interest. Now you got yourself a easier second round, and you can really draw this game close.
Ooh. Azza taking quite a bit of damage and actually going down to the Glock of Marky here. So we've got a 4-on-3 on the field right now, Dallas. Afamis has been recovered as well. Liaz has aggressed his way into upper B, so this is great positioning out of him. Should be able to find one more at least, if any CTs or Ts do come his way. But
there was a TK, so yeah, any CTs do come his way. They're still they're under threat.
Yeah,
endangered species. He's actually pushed himself a little bit forward.
Here we go.
I'd rather see him closer than this, just because the UMP is not what it once was, a shadow of what its former self. Still gets a kill against some soft, squishy targets.
Great. Falling off now, allowing the Ts to basically have to hunt for him, start clearing even more corners now. And it does look like he's going to get that smoke off. A nice HE as well.
Oh,
feel it.
Stings.
Feel it.
Sleep. Leah's following up with a couple extra bonus frags. Just pile the cash on him right now. Marky's last man standing. Deagle in hand. He's trying to find that. He does find him. Now he's got a flank coming his direction, so he's not going to last very much longer. Especially when you miss the bomb up on platform and you have to go back for it. And JKS is waiting for you.
Okay, Renegades within one round here. So if they win this bye round, it'll be a tie game. If they fall on this round, unfortunately, Dallas, we will most likely see them fall into an eco, as that previous round was very expensive, losing 3 members of the CT side. Renegades really having no cash left going into this.
Yeah, I hope this isn't like a chronic condition that we see from the Renegades, where they start really hot and then just go ice cold.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case. Ooh, first damage dealt.
Love it.
Vanity peels off Cutler. Freebie.
Great little aggression out of him.
And we've got right now Food. He's actually going to be pressuring this B side possibly, while the rest of the company, with that extra player that they have on the field, can really keep Renegades responsible for B still. So Food just staying around here, even making a little bit of racket, throwing utility to the B site would be nice, because right now the Renegades have no reason to be over towards this B site. There's no indication, and then in fact they stack up this A site.
Now this under balcony position from JKS here. Moose doesn't have a Molotov. We do see one on the back of Marky, so if Marky does dump that under balcony, it'll be a great Molotov to help this attack off, but we'll see what ends up happening here.
Elias is supporting JKS. Third hand to Firebox. There's the first frag, but here comes the 1-2 punch. A little bit of a team flash as Elias is blinded by that one. He needs some help back behind Firebox. Moose with 2. All Smooya right now. He is at the stairs, but those smokes, not long. The thing is, though, Food is right behind you. He's on stairs. Moose just snaps him
instantly. That was a great little Halls lurk out of Moose there. I was getting kind of nervous about that one, just because they didn't have the Molotov for under balcony there, so that player under balcony could have come up big. But Moose peeks out the Halls, ends up picking up the CT spawn player in Azza, and ends up picking up the Firebox player as well, all but cementing the round. The lurk would have killed Smooya regardless at stairs, but Moose makes it fancy and flicks his head.
Yeah. So a double scout play right now for the Renegades. We talked about them being a little bit of a pickle. It's going to be Azza and Smooya swinging the 60 to 70 damage shooting skills. Smokes on Catwalk right now. United are actually in a pretty precarious position compared to those scouts. You got one on Catwalk, and I believe the other one floating around. Yeah, there's the Catwalk, and then Smooth is up on the ticket, so he could see, if his smoke wasn't there, they could actually have a really good presence in mid at distance. They've done pretty good damage, considering it looks like Cooper and Food both took scout shots from the chest.
Oh, this nade! Oh, just lands short on Azza. That could have been it right there. We will see the scout shot miss. Vanity now taking out, able to take down Leah, as it leaves only the scout on the site to defend here. and Moose is going to take him down as Marky drops Cutler.
It's unfortunate, too, because Azza looked up to the apartments, but they had just fallen out of that. They had snuck into that site. And now the Renegades are going to lick their wounds. In fact, all these bodies to the field, eUnited can prevent any kind of save. Marky was at this A site the whole time. There's nowhere to hide. They're stuck in ticket booth. JKS would be wise to turn around and take one fight across towards CT side, but that's not it. eUnited remove all rifles from the Renegades force buy, and eUnited now in a commanding lead on a flawless round nonetheless.
Yeah, we are going to see Renegades go into that eco now. Even bigger opportunity here for eUnited to just pull away from the CT side. 12th round should be on the board shortly for them here, Dallas. And
yeah, we can do stuff.
If you're Renegades, well, you just want to pick up at least 2-3 guns here, kind of keep the economy low for the T side. But this should be a United round.
Maybe not. Have to be a little careful in there. That grenade just does just as much damage to Cutler as JKS, who has a couple 7.62 rounds embedded into him. Looks like an A hit. As long as Renegades can get close, they got a chance. This utility is going to keep them stiff-armed and a long ways off. Now Moose presses the issue, jumps to the top of the stairs, and it is a top-down fight for eUnited. Easy work. Only Food's casualty of war, be able to rebound. Still net positive for eUnited.
It does look like they're deciding on what they want to pick up and op on the field here very shortly. I'm assuming they're actually going to cycle that to Vanity and give Vanity the opportunity to go for that mid pick based off his spawn. So this is a great decision out of the eUnited side here, and let's see if Vanity is able to get this going for his CT team.
Oh yeah, so early. Azza has no chance, and Vanity continues. They just run right down mid and you go for the jump into the window. Cooper styling on them, disarming the CTs at every turn. Now this round has so much impact against the Renegades as compared to eUnited. Spooey with some patience gets that first kill. There's going to be a round in the corner on a wounded target. Cooper goes down, but still eUnited nonetheless. Completely just swath the Renegades to the side, and they had rifles and everything. It was just so fast, so rapid, Renegades couldn't react. And what I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted by this rush strat from eUnited is eUnited could afford to lose that round. Yeah. Renegades could not.
No, definitely not. I mean, looking at it right now, their money hasn't built up to a great position either. So looking at Renegades, they're going to go on to another eco. eUnited, they're going to hit 14. The next gun round coming up, Dallas, is the make or break for Renegades. They need to pick that one up. They need to keep their momentum going. They can't let eUnited get that 15th round.
This would be crazy. I mean, the stat line for teams that win both pistol rounds in the halves is like 80% to win. And Renegades have won both pistols and then some on top of that. They still only have 8 rounds. They got a chance. Man, Liaz is going to be just coughing in this smoke. He'll jump up on top of the couch. This is always a dangerous position. But right now, with the player that's jumping for the information, might be the main attention draw. Liaz goes down. He got that first against Food, and this could get sticky. I like this about face from eUnited. They come up through connector. That drew a lot of attention. Just the whole map rotated clockwise, it looked like, for a second there, and it was Renegades evacuating the A site and eUnited wrapping into it at just the right time.
Yeah, great little audible call coming out from the eUnited team here, and they're going to have full A control off this as Cutler does take down Marky.
I love that from Cooper. He knows that the CTs don't have guns, and so their eyes are going to be huge when they see the AWP laying down there in mid. Nice double peek.
Yet, though.
It's not over yet. Vanity is very wounded. All he has to do now is play this bomb. But the thing is it planted for him? It is, and they're looking the right direction. Vanity knows that there's no kits in play. This is an eco round. They touch it again. He's just counting this one out. Oh, unfortunate. That is going to be diffused. Yes,
and there it
is. Yeah, but, I mean, he didn't have to peek that. There was another bomb touch. The first bomb touch, he had the right idea. It's an eco round. There's no way they have a kit. Count out 7, then swing. He swings out, but they touch it again after that, and they still felt like he was in this rushed panic. If he had just kept his wits about him, probably would have ended up winning that round anyway. But what a great round for the Renegades.
Yeah, that was a massive round for them. Honestly, they had no place winning that round, and they were able to pull it off on the eUnited side. I mean, I like the audible call from them, but they got a little bit too separated. Cooper staying in that connector by himself as well gives nobody a trade potential. But you know what? Doesn't even matter as Cooper starts off the round with a very nice kill on Smooya. Now Marky taking down Azza.
They almost got that kill on connector too. They have just won mid almost every time. The mid control has been dominated 100% by eUnited. Oh, how do you win that fight?
Yeah, this is just a flawless round out of the T side here. Liaz being the final member right now. Really nowhere to go. All the T's are actually converging on his position right now to get that gun out of his hands.
This is the same thing we saw like 6 rounds ago where Renegades were trying to save, but the Marky was already in the A site and there was nowhere left to run. This was the same thing, just reversed. And eUnited like this fast play style. Renegades cannot adapt to it correctly. And it's going to be harder and harder to adapt to it if you don't have the utility to do it. You need the mollies, you need the HEs up front. And eUnited's just walking all over. You saw how spread out they are at the end of the round. It's because everybody's winning those 1v1s.
Well, yeah, that frag right there for Moose onto Liaz. I mean, he moved into the market while another teammate was coming through the upper B and another teammate was pinching him in the actual site. Yeah, look at this fast play. Look at this aggression right now.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
It's just 1-2 punch. Suddenly it's 4v3. All your 3 defenders are miles away, and it looks like they're actually into a save call right now. They aren't even advancing in any step.
Well, you were saying right away you're into a 4-on-3. Well, when you go into a 4-on-3 that early into the round, you still have people setting up in B.
Yeah, right. I just started playing this round. What happened? This fast play from eUnited is just, it's lickety-split, and it's clean, too.
So in the middle of them setting up in B, their team goes down in A. Well, now you got to reprocess everything. You got to bring it all the way back, which is probably going to drain 15, 20 seconds off your clock anyway. You might as well save at that point.
So that round developed so quickly. eUnited might see the 2 weapons that are on the deck from JKS and Cutler. I'm surprised they're not hunting this with more vigilance because they have money to spare. They really don't put their heart into that hunt, interestingly so. Yeah, Moose having a good time. I actually like
good
watching
Canadian boy right there.
Watching Moose play it's funny to me because sometimes like he has a very set. A lot of players have a very set layout, like with their keyboard, their mouse, and everything. Moose has a specific height that he plays at with his chair. I've seen him play like without a chair. He'll like squat down. He'll just sit like this is better than a chair for him.
What the hell?
Yeah, he has a very specific setup for himself.
Good for him. Good for him. But look at this right now, going into what could be the final round. eUnited favoring that B area. Liaz, the only member to defend it. He is getting rotations coming in right now as Smooya moves in with that AWP, but the T's are rolling in. Vanity to entry this one out.
He's straight into the side. He's going to flank the offer.
Oh my
Smooya has no idea what's
goodness.
coming. Oh, it's rapid. You already have... Vanity never stopped. He pushed through the market. He's going towards CT. He's still catching him off guard. And nobody's getting the memo that eUnited is just running headlong at them. Cutler at 1 HP or so goes down. It's just Azza and 1 tap from Food to end not only the map, but that was a 2-0 series from eUnited.